Curley's haunt in Wilmington, Delaware is the haunt that we hit up after Bates Motel. It's only about 30 minutes from there.
Definitely close enough to make a night out of the both of these attractions if you're interested in that. Curley's is a homemade haunt, and right from the start we got DIY vibes. I loved the sign they had out front, and it was just a very foreboding environment.
This is one of the first home haunts that we've ever done. I did do some home haunts back in the late 90s and early 2000s, but they were just like really small, like walk through someone's basement or like just walk through a small trail in the backyard sort of thing. This actually spanned 2 different backyards, was really long, had a decent amount of actors, and was just very well done, and you could tell that the guys who put this together have a huge passion for this. One of the coolest things about this haunt is that they tear it down and rebuild it every year. After the season's over, they tear everything down, and then in the summer they rebuild the haunt, and it's different every year, which is awesome.
The waiting room you wait in kind of sets the scene for you. It gives you the vibe of what you're about to get into. All of the props, it seems like they change their story every year. There was a lot of blood splattered all over everything in the waiting room.
So this haunt is in a suburban neighborhood, which is really strange. When you first get there, you can't believe that there's a haunt in the middle of this suburban neighborhood, but that just adds to the uniqueness factor.
We did get to talk to one of the owners, I believe they're co-owners of Curley's Haunt, and he shared a little bit of insight about the haunt and their future with us here.
Yeah, so I mean, it's me and my friend that we do this. It's our sort of thing. It's his house. We start building in beginning of June, and then it's basically 20 hours a week until opening night. We're making adjustments basically the night before up until then, but this is our 4th year being here, our 14th year scaring rather than trick-or-treating per se, but we're hoping that this is our last year here and we're going to get a more permanent place.
Oh, nice, nice.
You want to expand more?
Yeah, our end goal, I mean, ultimately we want to be the biggest haunt in Delaware, but
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, but we do everything for breast cancer right now, so we've donated over $10,000 in the last 3 years.
Cool.
This year's
Nice.
$6,000 goal.
That's great.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a lot of work, but everybody that goes through seems to love it, so it's kind of all pays off.
Yeah, we loved it.
Yeah, awesome. It's good to hear that,
great.
guys.
My friend Tanya took the reins uncharacteristically. She entered first. It was surprising. There were people hidden all over. I think the actors there definitely had more unique ways of being concealed and moving, which is something notable compared to other haunts. I really love the environment of this one. I was telling the owner that it reminded me of a lot of my favorite haunted attraction movies. I love Hauntedween, Scary Movie, the 1991 version. It really gives you those homegrown DIY vibes.
So yeah, there's some really cool elements in this walkthrough that were pretty unexpected. There was a chainsaw room with 2 different guys with chainsaws. There was a room with a guy doing like a bartender scene, and he had fog-filled bubbles. There were a lot of good scares. The actors were really good. It was just a really good and pretty scary haunt. So we really enjoyed this haunt a lot, and we did record a little bit of a review on site after we came out.
All right, so we just came out of Curley's Haunt in Wilmington, Delaware, and that was one of the coolest like home haunts I've ever seen.
Probably like the best $10.
Oh yeah, for sure. We just came from Bates, and I think we had a lot more fun here.
Yeah, this was actually
Yeah.
scarier and more fun.
Yeah, for sure.
I love a DIY haunt. Come here
Yeah.
to live your haunted ween dreams. I think it was actually scary.
It was.
Like I actually went first. I don't know why I did that. Why did I do that? But they actually really scared me.
Yeah, I actually was surprised at how many actors they had here.
You guys did a great job.
There was
I'm
probably
passing
what, like
out.
10 to 12 people in there,
It
something
gave
like
me,
that.
Like the Haunters documentary vibe.
Oh yeah,
Like the best way.
for sure.
Like they should be on one of those.
Yeah, definitely. They should.
The way that they like took the chainsaws and put them on the floor.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
That was smart. That was good.
And it was crazy to have like such a small room and like two chainsaw guys in one small room like that.
Yeah, this is very DIY, but effective.
Yes.
Very cool.
They have their own t-shirt.
Oh yeah, we gotta get
T-shirt
it.
is kind of excellent. I kind of want the t-shirt.
Yeah, so it's just in these two backyards here in a suburban neighborhood. So never seen anything like that before.
Really took us by surprise. We weren't expecting anything nearly as long or having nearly as many actors or anything like that. It really was comparable to a walkthrough that you would see at a bigger haunt. Like Aaron said, there was a really cool scene with the chainsaw guys like putting the chainsaws on the floorboard, which made it vibrate, which was really unique. There was a section where a guy actually like crawls up over top of the pathway, like a second floor above you, and the guy like goes up and then comes out on the other end, which was really neat. Just a lot of like really imaginative elements and ideas. Apparently they had a food truck there on Fridays this year. Hopefully they'll be bringing that back again next year, and we'll go when they have the food truck and, you know, like have more of an atmosphere in front. It was still really cool to be like, you know, at a haunt in a suburban neighborhood, and the way they have like the entrance and the ticket booth and everything, you know, like set up in the driveway. It was just very cool.
I would definitely recommend it to anyone who is a fan of Elysburg Haunted House. Not quite the same theme, but I would say it evokes a similar type of vibe.
The guys who put it together, you could tell, just really love doing it and really have a passion for haunts and stuff, and it was really cool to see.